Did you know that there's a common misconception that women are the most insecure when it comes to sex? Ladies, I've got news for you. Men are as insecure as we are. It's just that men, by nature, are less comfortable being vulnerable about this issue. So if this is a topic that you're interested in, stay tuned as we'll be discussing all things sex and insecurity. It's a Friday, happy Friday. It's a Friday, happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. We are back and we're still talking sex. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about me and you. We're still talking about sex. We are talking about sex and insecurity. I am going to go into details and try to find solutions. So, with that out of the way, let's continue our sex talk. We all know that sexual struggles are real and they are there because most of us were not taught how to be sexual beings. We were taught that being sexual is bad, is a sin, it makes you a whore. People are struggling, they are isolated with their issues because they can't talk about sex. Unlike me, I talk about my sex, baby. I love talking about it, and that's one of the biggest things that has helped me to overcome my sexual insecurities. And the saddest thing is that insecurity has been the worst when it comes to sex, and so many people are missing out on the pleasure of sex because of these insecurities. Sexual insecurities, they show up in different ways for different people. Unfortunately, people are missing out on the real true pleasures of sex because of these insecurities. So your fairy sex godmother is here to help you with these issues. I know I'm not a sex goddess, but I'm somebody who loves to read about sex, who likes talking about it with different people to get their opinion and to really understand what the issues are and try to help myself and in turn help you. Now that we understand that insecurity doesn't only affect women, it also affects men, I thought it would be ideal if I go through the top 10 insecurities that men face when it comes to sex. So without any further ado, I'm gonna give you the top 10 sexual insecurities that men face. First one is what we call PA. What is PA, you ask? It's performance anxiety. So many men experience this when it's the first time they're having sex with a particular person, and this is where they don't know whether they're performing right, whether they're doing it right, whether they're moving right, or whether, because again, people, most of us had sex before with different people, right? So if a man comes in and meets a girl, he likes the girl and they have sex, he's already wondering if the previous or his successor was able to perform better than him. Unfortunately, he will never know, right? Because we don't kiss and tell. This is one of the biggest issues where a man will be making his move and he's thinking, oh my God, I hope this girl is enjoying. I hope this girl is not thinking that I'm weird. I hope this girl is not thinking that I'm pathetic. I can definitely tell you that there are guys who can perform better and there are those who still lack. For me, this is something that you should really be secure in your movement, and if not, try to practice, because the biggest impact on this is that you end up not enjoying yourself while you are focusing on the performance. Performance anxiety can really affect men in terms of they might be scared to try out other stuff because they're struggling, they don't know. So maybe ladies, it's time where you really tell your man that, you know what, dude, you are doing me right. Just to encourage. I've learned that affirmation is very important. Affirmation can change a person's heart. So maybe that's what we need to start doing. So the second one is duration. What I mean about duration is most men, they wonder, how long am I going to take? Is that okay if I come quick? Duration anxiety can lead to ED and PE. ED, which is erectile dysfunction, and PE is premature ejaculation. What do I mean? When you come in and you are already worried about how long you're going to take, you can affect your manhood because our brains control our body functions. So if you come in there thinking, oh my God, I hope I don't come early, best believe you will come early. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with you coming early, especially the first round. You get excited. I take it as a compliment. You excited. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe I finally found her. But if it's with somebody that you've been with for too long, it might be an issue that you might need to go and see a doctor and really get it resolved. When it comes to duration, that porn has made men believe that you can really go on and on and on and on. We have like these unending stamina. That is not true. Porn is being recorded. You can pause and play. So they definitely doing that unless if they are taking pills. And I can simply tell you that no woman wants to be serviced for that long. And according to research, the average time that it should take for sex is between 7 and 10 minutes. 1 to 2 minutes is regarded as too short, 10 to 30 minutes is regarded as too long, and then 7 to 13 minutes is regarded as desirable. And men, let me tell you, it takes at least 7 to 13 minutes for a woman to have an orgasm. So don't have to keep on moving. You don't have to have the crazy stamina. No, as long as you do it right, within 7 to 13 minutes, a woman can have an orgasm. Can, not must, but can have an orgasm. Can you best help yourself to overcome this insecurity? You can do the aging. They call it aging. Is the stop-start exercise where you learn to control your ejaculation. You try to hold it, pull it back so it doesn't come. Go Google aging and learn. The third one is smell. As much as the smell has been put on women to say vagina smells, men, I got news for you. Your damn parcel does smell. Imagine your balls are covered, hidden. On top of that, they are wrapped up in hair. Like even the skin is sagging like it's an old man. So that part needs to be washed properly and it needs to be dried. When it's wet, it becomes moist and it can stink. So some men, they don't really take care of themselves. And in turn, it can result in you being a little bit smelly, and you can simply take care of yourself by making sure you dry your balls, you wash your pennies, you put the balls powder. Just take care of yourself. The fourth one is kissing anxiety. Most men, guys, we know, my people, you know that kissing is still regarded as something like, you've seen it in these shows, My Perfect Wedding, where when people are kissing, the whole congregation is like either laughing, clapping hands, like it's such, I don't even understand. So when it comes to kissing, I always say kissing is like dancing. Somebody has to lead and somebody has to follow. And if you don't know how to kiss, let the lady lead. It's okay, but don't be biting the whole face of that lady. Don't be shoving your tongue inside that lady. No, there's an art to kissing. You need to learn the art. You need to communicate with your lips. You need to make some moves, and it has to be gentle. You don't have to be in a hurry, but like those ones that's like shoves their tongue or suck your entire face, work on it. It's something that you can practice and you can get it right. But I can really say, as a woman, that we still need a whole lot of practicing when it comes to kissing, guys. Like, we need to educate ourselves. We need to understand how it should work. It's a movement, it's a dance. Have rhythm. Communicate and have rhythm. Don't just do it for the sake of doing. Okay. And for me, I have really kissed horrible kiss, but then again, I have met some of the best kissers. Like, it's like we were just in sync. He could hear my rhythm, I could hear his rhythm, and we were both moving together. It is like somebody like me. I love kissing. So really and truly, I urge you guys, if you know that you don't know how to kiss, do practice. Kissing is the most beautiful thing when it's done right. Practice with your partner. Stop this thing of only kissing when you're having sex. Kiss whenever you have a chance. Make sure that you're kissy. That way you get to practice and get it right. And 5 is appearance. As much as men will say they don't care about how they look, we have seen in the recent years, especially with social media, that men are starting to take care of themselves. They worry about how they look. They are going to gym. They're on diet. They all want to look good because they also have their own insecurities about their own bodies. And as much as when you are having sex, most men, they look or they appear confident. It's just that for them, they are not that worried, but they are. But they have to act like they're not worried about how they look. And ladies, that's a tip. Take it from men. Pretend like you're not worried. Pretend like you're confident, and you will get it right. I do understand that you get worried about your body, but for me, I always say that if it's something that you can change, you can work on it, you can go on a diet, you can start gymming, you can start taking care of your body. But always remember that not everyone is gonna look like Magic Mike. Ladies, Magic Mike, Shannon Tatum. Oh my God! But in reality, not everyone can look like that, and we're okay with that. Expectations, for me, I feel like they are the biggest source of insecurity. So let's try to accept our men the way they are, with their big belly and not. Let's just embrace them, love them, enjoy them. The 6th one is, am I satisfying her? Shameful, man. Then I can understand, because at the end of the day, sex is about making your partner happy, enjoy the moment. And again, this can lead back to performance anxiety, where you're thinking, oh my God, am I doing it right? Am I really satisfying her? Why is she not having an orgasm? Why is she not coming? Oh my God, I don't know what's wrong. And that can take away your enjoyment, because now your mind is focused on making her come. We need to stop this thing of making coming the end goal, and just understanding that sex is about enjoying. There are times where you want orgasm, there are times where you want come. But as long as you enjoy, that's what it matters. And if your partner is enjoying, whether she comes or not, doesn't mean that she didn't enjoy. Coming is never guaranteed. But enjoyment, definitely. So if you're busy stressing, thinking, oh my God, am I satisfying here? You rob yourself of the enjoyment. And in turn, you rob your partner of the enjoyment. So men, all I can say is, you can either, during the activity, ask her, are you enjoying? Are you loving this? Am I doing you right? Do you want me to change? Is this position good? Oh, I'm giving out all my secrets, man. Like, I'm telling you what you're doing, babe. That you need to pay me now. And I guess another issue with you wondering whether you're satisfying her is that there have been like talks about women who fake orgasm, which I don't get, but we'll talk about it when we talk about women. So sometimes these poor men, they, even if it's a real orgasm, they still wonder to say, did she really orgasm? Did she really come? Like, is she doing this just to make me feel good about myself? Women, we need to stop that. The thing is, he will never improve if you keep faking, because he will think that he's the man, he has achieved, he is like the real deal. The seventh one is, what is she thinking about? Like, I don't blame you. I also ask myself sometimes, like, what is he really thinking about right now? What is he thinking about this moment? Is he thinking about something? And sometimes, guys, I have to be honest. There are times where you go in there and like, either the performance is bad or you don't feel like it for that day. You might find your mind wandering and thinking about, oh my God, I still need to go and cook. Oh my God, tomorrow what am I gonna do during the activity? And for me personally, it's when it's boring. Like when it's boring, I just take my mind out of that moment and just go and wonder. There's this lady who says she even takes out her magazine and read. That's how bad the sex is. And because we are sometimes scared to share how we feel in order to protect your own feelings. So that becomes a problem, because we can never be able to be honest with you as long as you have your ego. You don't want to break your ego. So again, for me, this one, I always say that if you can try to have to talk while having sex, it does help to bring back the mind, but that's a topic for another day. The eighth one is what to say. Some men, they really enjoy talking during sex. However, they are worried about, what do I say? What do I not say? Is she gonna think I'm crazy? Is she gonna think I'm a freak? Is she gonna think I'm dumb? Is she gonna think like I'm the man? So it becomes so difficult to say, like, what's that line that they like? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Because I'll be like, dude, you am my daddy. But I still say that there are things that you can say that can make a woman get excited. You just have to find ways. You just have to know your person. You just have to know what makes her feel excited, and you use that. But use your daily life, don't be. And again, it goes with you and your partner. If you guys want to be too vulgar, be. That's you. That's your moment. No one is there. No one is watching. And then if you want to be gentle, if you want to be romantic, be whatever you want. Nobody is in control. There's no manual for this thing, guys. Do what works for you, say what works for you, and have fun. The ninth one, my favorite, is they do worry about how they look when they come. Can safely say that it seems like it's a universal way of doing it. So men, don't be worried, because it looks like all of you went to the same school, you do the same shit, you say the same shit when you come. So relax and enjoy yourself. And some men, they really restrict themselves. They don't want to say anything or do anything. They just want to be still and calm so that you don't know how they look like. But I always say, you are robbing yourself. Even if I laugh at you, it's okay. I'm your person. Let's laugh together. For me, I always try to make sex so comfortable and so easy. I bring humor. Bring humor in. Stop being serious. You get over serious when you have sex and just have fun. And let your man come and do the It's okay. It's a universal way of doing it, man. I'm giving you my secret again, saying that you will never, ever, ever see another man come unless otherwise, Lastly, I save the best for last, and you've been wondering if I'm gonna talk about it, and hell yeah, there was no way I was not gonna talk about it. Last one is size. Man, I can really affirm your insecurity to say, of course, the sizes are way different. The shapes look different. But sometimes you can have the biggest one. You can have the poor girl. Sometimes you can have the small one. You can tickle the poor girl. Sometimes you can have the short, the tall, the big, the medium. Like, guys, it's just a variety. And unfortunately, there's nothing that you can do to change your size. All you can do is to learn to embrace it, learn to work with it, especially for those who feel that they are small. My suggestion is that work on your performance, work on your foreplay, work on your kissing, work on all these aspects so that you can satisfy you. It doesn't matter. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know, guys, but I want to dedicate an episode where we really go through this thing and talk about it. There's really no one who can come and say that the right size should look like this. You embrace yourself, work with yourself, work with what you have, and don't believe in the lie that you can enlarge it. Just embrace it. Just do your work. Imagine now you have the issue of being small and you still don't perform. No. Pick your struggle. And those who fall under the category of small, you need to at least try to work on the other insecurities so you can only deal with one insecurity. And lastly, men, I know some of you can identify with some of these insecurities. Some can identify with most of the insecurity, and some can have a big ego and say, I don't fall in any of the category, it's okay. But at the end of the day, I just want you to know that we're all human, and sometimes we will feel insecure. Even the men, the most powerful men, they have their own insecurities. So for me, it's for you to identify your insecurities, learn about how you can best work on them, how you can improve, how you can gain your confidence, and just have fun. At the end of the day, sex is not a job. Sex is not a job interview. Sex is fun.